Hey, how's it going? This is Matthew Ashton. This is my Milestone2 update. And as you can see here, I got my app running. So one of the biggest things I was focusing on this week was actually setting up my own XML file, hosting it on Dropbox, and then parsing that XML file to be used in my app. And the first thing I'm going to show you here, as you can see, I have my live scores XML file over here on the left. My app running oops, one went to sleep there. So in the scores section, as you can see here, I have today's live scores, and it's actually 3 games for tomorrow. So what you can actually do is, if I'm watching the game, and obviously I wanted to keep my user up to date, say Colombia was to score a goal, and go ahead and edit the XML file over here, and then I can go ahead and load it to Dropbox. As you can see, it's been updated now. Now I've added a poll to refresh. Boom, Colombia 1-0. So as you see, I can sit there and change the XML data to reflect what's actually happening in the game live. And then I also have it to where obviously you can do a poll to refresh. As you can see here, pull to refresh game info. But then I also have it set up to any time that you go back to that tab, it's automatically going to update as well. And so this is a great way just to keep my user informed as the live data as to what's going on. But then the other thing that I did is actually the next tab over here is knockout. So in the World Cup, obviously you have a group stage first, and then you have a knockout stage. So I have it set up to where it's going to display all the knockout stage pairings when it actually happens. However, the knockout stage does not start until the 28th. So what I've actually done is added an alert. So anytime that it's before the 28th of this month, it's going to give you an alert saying to check back on that date for the actual listings of the knockout stage, because the group stage is still going on. But obviously what you can see here is live data that I also have set up here. As you can see, this is all the information knockout data you can actually change. Once the group stages are over and the knockout stage is all set up, I can then easily change all this information using this XML file that I already have set up. As you can see, I have it here in Dropbox. And then from here, you can also, once it actually gets up, you can go ahead and add to the calendar similar like you could before in the group stage. As you can see, there's the alert stating that it's not the 28th. As you can see, yeah, app is running pretty well here. Got everything working. The major functions was getting everything set up. Now going over to my code, one of the biggest things that I had a problem with this week was actually Dropbox and getting my XML file in the right folder to retrieve from or to parse from. I did not have a public file or a public folder set up initially, so I actually had to set that up, and that was the biggest thing. Once I was able to get the public file set up, I was then able to, here in the scores section, this is obviously where it's actually downloading the XML file from, parsing the XML file at URL. And then I also set up some different alerts, obviously letting you know if things were not working properly. And then I also have it set up to where the string that it returns, it had to trim it a little bit because to recognize the white space and any new line character sets, I had to get rid of those. So that took a little bit to set up. But then everything else went pretty smoothly. The other big thing that I have, I'll go ahead and pull my app back up here. Is if you click on a Gamecast link, it brings up a, there we go, reflector kind of shortened out on me there. It brings up a web view that you can actually then see the official Gamecast from ESPN for that specific game. And obviously you can go back. And that's one of the other main things that I set up this week. As you can see, I got my storyboard stuff here with my different views being all set up for the live score, and then also the web view, knockout stage, and then the detail view for each individual knockout stage with the ability to add it to the calendar. So yeah, so that's my app going so far. Like I said, no major problems this week. It took me a little bit, like I said, to figure out Dropbox and getting the XML files all set up. But once I was able to get the public folder set up and figure out the exact link to parse from, everything went pretty smoothly. Obviously, everything is being stored as key value pairs. as you can see here, see scores for everything here in the live game. Let me find it here in my code. So yeah, everything is a key value pairing. Everything that's set up and obviously being displayed in each individual cell. Adding the refresh controller to refresh everything. View did appear, like I said, it calls it again, so that way you're constantly being stayed up to date with the most current game information. So yeah, so that's my milestone 2. What I'm going to be doing for next week is getting all of my imaging and branding all set up, so that way it looks like a complete app. But as of right now, all my features are complete. So yeah, this is it. This is Matthew Ashton from our milestone 2 review video. Thanks.